Folks, what is cooking, all you good-looking people? It is a beautiful Sunday here in Western New York. We are on our way to where every day is game day. Sports City Pizza Pub, 1407 Niagara Street. Numbers game, Sabres up 2-1 in the series. They haven't scored first. They haven't scored in the first 30 minutes. We got a lot of room for improvement. This is like when you get a report card, you got like a B- across the board, and the teacher's like, lots of room for improvement. Parents hate to hear that. Fans hate to hear that. Let's improve, Sabres. Let's have a great 60 minutes out there in Boston today, and let's take a 3-1 series lead. Let's go, Buffalo. All right, folks, beautiful weather on Niagara Street at the moment. You got your generational talents to the right. As we come in, you're gonna see this new portrait of May Day. April 24th, look at that. Hopefully we have some magic today, April 25th. Go Sabres, let's get inside. We're getting our gambling. Cam's loaded up.
My favorite is
Yeah, I think I'm blocked.
Do we need an outside linebacker? Is that a huge need for us right now?
Well, that's the oh man.
All right, boys, I think it's time we make a wish and we'll...
I am a big Premier League fan. I am a Tottenham Hotspur fan, and the entire calendar year they have not won a game in the Premier League this entire calendar year. So it's been 4 months. Yesterday, we were down, we were tied at halftime. Like, you know what, we need to change our luck. I went to the car, I grabbed a beer saver. I filled it up with Guinness, I drank Guinness on the beer saver. Guess what? We scored, we won, it's our first win of the season. Now, all Tottenham demands the Beer Saver come out for the last 4 games as we try to stay in the Premier League.
We're literally in their rectum right now.
I know.
We're all the way in. 1-0 early. Oh, keep that in.
I think they've had it in our zone twice.
All right. Here. The return of Marley. Return Tiara. Gabrielle's in the mix. And then we have our usual suspects. Usual suspects that controlled chaos. So, Sabres up 1-0. Let's keep it controlled chaos. Alrighty, Sabres saved those strong starts for Game 4. Absolutely dominated these first 10 minutes. We got the Blade Gang going all over, featured on MSG. It's just a dream start to Game 4. Keep it going, pedal to the metal. We are 10 minutes in. It is 3-0 Buffalo. We got Krebs, we got Doan, and now we got Benny stuffing it 5-0 on Slayman. Boston does not know what the fuck is going on right now. Look at these ladies hammering.
Hammering content!
Thoughts on this 3-0 start?
Amazing. Iconic. It's the lucky jersey.
All right, you're taking a lot of credit for this start right now.
Folks, can you believe what you're seeing right now? I can. I knew it was coming, baby, since 2018.
A lot of game left.
Hey, these boys don't know what it feels like to come from behind. Our boys do. These boys' butt cheeks are quivering right now, kid. Come on. He's diving. He's hoping for his life he can stop the puck, and he can't.
Huge Sammy ovation right there. All right, slower start to this period. They're not dead yet.
It's the typical Sabres regress in the second period. It just feels a lot better that we have 4 goals advantage.
Most definitely. Let's keep pressure up. 7 minutes in, still 4-0. Let's go first! How are we feeling after 40?
Just glad we didn't give up anything. Lions playing like an absolute animal that a Lion is. And Rizzo, I mean, it couldn't get much better to hold the 4-0 lead.
Honestly, the Sabres are playing like the Sports City staff. Best of the business. That's all you can ask for.
This is true. Tip them well, folks. 1407 Air Street. Every day is game day. Let's go. Only shooting stars be a Sabres goal.
Guys, realize John has a t-shirt game.
Started gelling together.
Wait, yes.
Great fucking day here at Sports City. Great game, great weather, great crowd, great everything going on today.
That's almost like that goal just tied the game with 5 minutes to go here.
Chris Paul hits a 3 to get the lead to 30 plus.
The sound and the power play of the crowd like literally lulled me to sleep. I looked up and all of a sudden it was a loose rebound in front and they tugged it home.
I was getting people going. It's the last minute of the game. I thought we were cruising to a shutout.
All right, 6-1 win. 6-1 win.
them down 6-0. Zadorov was a bitch to Dolly.
They're trying to win the only way they can, which is like, look at
Oh, that's a great photo.
Look at this beautiful photo. He's going back on it. She used us for a thirst trap right there.
3 very sexy individuals.
Whoa!
Look at this. Bad timing.
She's back, folks.
We're back. Sabres are back on the damn path. And
Sabres on a fucking motherfucking warpath.
Ooh! Oi! 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 Oh, there we go. We're on TV. That was all you. That was you. That was you. All right, thoughts after that W.
I love it. I love it. Sabres, unbelievable season. We love it. We've been waiting for this for years. We can't wait. Go Buffalo!
I shotgunned like 90% of that Twisted Tea.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean,
The sugar alone was like, oh my god.
a 6-1 victory. Yeah, Maniac shot.
I'll do anything after a 5-goal playoff victory. Let's go, Buffalo! All right, we had the Game 1 miracle. Game 3, we did take over halfway through, but you still didn't know. Today was the first time where you're like, yeah, we're just better than you, Boston. Plain fucking simple. KeyBank Center is gonna be a goddamn movie on Tuesday night. Good night now. Oh, let's go! Victory set!
Oh, actually, no.
Victory Sunday!
Victory Monday tomorrow. Yeah, it is Sunday. It's been a whirlwind of a week. Fuck.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. 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 This train never stops.
Folks, what is up, all you beautiful people? We're coming to you live from Hamburg, Hilbert College. Shout out to the Hawks. Myself, Maniac. We got Slick on my left. We got Don on the 1s and 2s on my right. We got Jameson with his first career game. We clap it up for him. He's nervous. He told me he was sweating a little bit, but we're not going to sweat it with him. He's okay. We've also got the chairman, and we've got head honcho, Nick B, in the house as well, making sure that all is well. So, like, listen, there's a lot of pressure, but we are coming off of Buffalo's greatest playoff victory in virtually 2 decades. Obviously, that's helped by the fact that we didn't make it for a decade and a half. But we come out, and it's the Beantown beatdown, Slickeroni.
Yeah, you're upset about slow starts. You want a goal early. How about 4? Before I even knew it, it felt like we were up 4-0, and then this thing was just off to the races for the rest of the way. Second period, obviously, there's some worries and whatnot, but eventually there was smooth sailing, Don, and it was just all around a great day at Sports City Pizza Pub.
Yeah, right out the gate. I mean, we were just all over them. It didn't even look like a playoff game, honestly, for the most of that first period. It was just all Sabres all the time. They'd maybe chip the puck out, but they're too tired from chasing us around in their defensive zone to even put it on a forecheck. And it was just chip it out, change, chip it out, change, chip it out, change. And we just kept the pedal on the gas. That's what we love to see. Second period, like you said, a little snoozy, but didn't allow anything, and then got a couple from the fourth line in the third period.
Yeah, I feel like we matched them in the second period. I mean, it was just so weird. The barrage in the first period, it was like there was no time to breathe. You were trying to get up a highlight, I believe, from the third goal reaction, and bang, we got our second.
Yeah,
and then you posted it, and people were like, "We already got 3." Well, yeah, no kidding, because it had you can't even digitally post something.
Well, I mean, no, thank goodness I had my camera out still after I posted the second one. It was already right away back at work posting a third. But Don, you mentioned the forecheck. I mean, that we were all over them in the first period, and that's what it led to that first goal. And who else but Tage, TNT, Tagenator, I should say, Thompson, huge forecheck play, gets the puck to Krebsy across, and of all people, Peyton Krebs getting the goals going early, maniac.
Yeah, I mean, that was Don. I think this team really thrives off of the vibe. I mean, whether it's Alex Lyon, throwing the sword around early in the season, just anything they do, the Alex Tugwoo. When Krebsy was the first one on the board yesterday, you just had to have a feeling that we could be off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked great on that first line. People, if you remember mid-season, people weren't happy about it. They didn't really think that he was a first-line type of guy. I think he's looked great. Osman too, him being back, great. The power play looked better. We couldn't cash. I mean, that one is almost like a...
It's looked better with Osman, plain and simple. The tinkering the last 2 to 3 games has made it look better.
Yes, exactly. So, and again, we still don't have one. That one, it's can you get a participation trophy for a power play goal? Because that kind of was one at the end of that. But yeah, just huge effort all around. And awesome vibes at Sports City too. It truly was I don't know how often you get a playoff game where it felt like halfway in the first period, it's like, this is just a party now. This is just, it's over.
We went into what is it called when you take the computer out of it's soft mode or whatever?
You're on autopilot.
Yes, it was just
cruise
yes,
mode. Yeah.
It was very much a cruise control after those first 4 goals. You're just sitting back. You mentioned the vibes at Sports City. Obviously, we were hosting there with Game Day Buffalo, our awesome friends Mac, Beach by Abigail, coming by for the Trainwreck today 100 of all. Felt like that was a great little celebration. We were talking about what made the most sense to do for that episode. I feel like that landed pretty well.
All
as a pregame.
All of those people, Abigail, Cam, Rizzo, Bunt. I mean, he's a mainstay, but they're all in the intro.
They've all been on the show
video,
before.
So it's only right to have them. And then we had the infamous John Gambo, make his debut.
Yeah,
and we got to catch up with him about if the Sphere was worth it at all. If that happened the day after, I don't know if we would have gotten the as chill of a response. I think everything smoothed out because he went to game 2. But
for certain. You said he was some type of way about it after game 1 for sure. But obviously the Bruins and their fans were feeling some type of way about it after 20 minutes. We're talking about the second period, but I want to talk to you guys real quick one last time about that first 20. Do you credit the Sabres more for coming out, having their pedal to the metal, having a game plan and executing it after a back and forth game 3, or was this just an egg laid by the Bruins from the very beginning, Slick?
No, I think the Sabres really wanted to make a statement before they came back to the KeyBank Center. They wanted to win this one at home, finish it in 5. After that game 2 loss, I think there was a fire lit under his skin, still some troubles in game 3, but that'll happen in the NHL playoffs when you go from being the higher seed and having to go and play your first road game. Go and get that one done. I think they really wanted to go home with the fire under their skin that they could close the series out. And they basically did that alone in the first period. Like Don said, the rest of the game felt like a party at Sports City. We've been used to that, thankfully and gratefully, with Bills football sometimes in the past where, you can just party in the second half in the stadium. Not so much Sabres. So this was a really good experience all around. But I credit it more to the Sabres coming out with fire under their skates.
Yeah, I think it's really a mix of 2 things. I think young team, the jitters are finally gone, right? I feel like game 3, we played our most game ever. Game 4 was river hockey at its finest, right? When we're just out skating them, we're faster, we're tiring them down every shift from them playing around. So I think it was a mix of that, us finally, the team getting the jitters out, playing their game, maybe deciding, hey, we don't have to go in and try to beat anybody up. And then on the flip side, I think the Bruins are tired. I think 4 games in, they're already exhausted, honestly, of chasing around the Sabres team. And now we talked about the schedule. Wacky that you had 2 days between game 3 and game 4. Now they got to come back to Buffalo game 5 with only 1 day of rest, 1 travel day. Weird schedule, but huge for us.
We'll get into the nonsense Zadorov of it all in the third period. We just had a quick little update, courtesy of our guy Slick on the timeline over there. I believe this was said at the end of the game yesterday that Zucker and Kozak would have been available to go back in. Neither finished the game yesterday, but Liddy said they would have been available to go back in had the situation called for it. But key to the storyline of this all is Josh Norris is back to being available.
Yeah, which is huge.
Norris is a scorer. He's a point per game guy. He's also a guy that was kind of struggling games 1 and 2. Is that fair to say? Like, am I crazy?
Yeah, I think there was little temperaments to his game. That definitely could have been improved. But he's a key guy in the lineup, and that's huge news, obviously.
So who shuffles out then? Kozak?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. Like, because obviously, like, it goes without saying, Noah Ostlund is not coming out of the Sabres lineup ever again. Barring an injury.
Nope.
Like
no,
that's
I'm wondering who's going to center the fourth line too, because it's not going to be Norris. I don't think you want to put Ostlund down to the fourth line because he's looked great on the third line.
Cannot put Ostlund with non-scorers.
So who do you move in the second line? I mean, it's been the same for months. It feels like with Quinn, Zucker, and
can I pitch you on a Malenstein, Ostlund, Carrick fourth line once he returns potentially?
That'd be huge.
I think that would be pretty sexy.
It would be better than a Greenway in that situation for sure.
Credit to Greenway. He has played this whole series on turbo. He's been skater out.
I'm not hating either when I say that. I'm a Jordan Greenway supporter, but Sam Carrick the better option.
Yeah, you mentioned Carrick. It's great to get Norris back, but I think we're all really more Carrick, excited and really monitoring that because he looks so good. And the way he went out was just so just brutal, like defending a teammate, throwing down at center ice and takes a weird fall. It wasn't even like he got beat up or cheap shot. It's like a weird fall that you could, if you're just falling down leaving the bar, that could happen to you.
Yeah.
So, we're looking forward to him coming back. Really going to have to monitor that situation.
Big time.
Well, we don't need you to come back. Just never leave. Continue to watch us here, Trainwreck Today. Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports, here live from Hillbrook College. We're into the third period. Obviously, am I okay? What did I get? I don't know. The HDMI thing went off. What is going on here? Okay. I turned my volume off on my thing. I don't know what is going on.
Your laptop's freaking out, man.
Oh, geez.
Might have to just throw it out of the room.
All right, I unplugged everything. Shout out technology. With that said, speaking of things going sideways, Rasmus Dahlin is just trying to skate back into his defensive zone to take a face-off or something. All of a sudden, Zadorov coming for the back of his neck. Now, we were talking about, the crossed wires of it all in the hockey world. Sometimes you just get very frustrated. You want to beat someone else. When you're going straight at a guy's nameplate and he just has no clue what's going on, you're just a scumbag, plain and simple. You're just a dirtbag scumbag. It's Hagel status.
It's almost Hagel status. I think Hagel's worse just because of the follow-up head on the ice with the glove. But yeah, whenever you got all you see is the player's numbers, you're never supposed to hit a player in the numbers, let alone cross-check to the upwards of the nameplate in the neck area. And then if that couldn't get any worse, he follows it up with 2 headshots with the glove on, which is Hagel-esque. Thankfully, didn't fall to the ice, though.
You're also forgetting he cross-checked him so hard he broke his stick in half on his back. That's pretty bad. I'm just wondering, if I'm the Bruins coach or fan, Zadorov, I mentioned it before the series. I could see him and Stanley fighting, but he's still a top 4 defenseman for them. If he's suspended, they're going to be missing him. Now they're down 3-1, but if I'm the coach, I'd be I'm asking myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? So I don't know. Games like that have happened before, and I honestly, when the Sabres are getting blown out, there's times where I've been like, fuck it, let's grease it up. So send out the third and fourth line. But I'm talking between the whistles. You know, throw some late hits, do some stuff like that. Maybe grab a guy and instigate a fight, but nothing like that where he's not even looking. And two, I'm going to talk about this more later. I don't know what it is about the NHL playoffs this year. Cool it with the punching guys with your gloves on. If you're gonna throw hands, throw the gloves off. We saw this in Canes and Senators. It got super nasty there, and not like a fun way, like in a way where it's like, this is stupid. You guys are goons. Brady Tkachuk can't read a sentence, and he's like going all over the ice, being a goon, and he's got other guys like Grieg, cheap shot, and guys that are fighting somebody else. Didn't like it. I think the NHL needs to give him the max 5K fine and suspend him at least 1 to 2 games. So yeah, stupid play. I want to get this comment up real quick though. Yo boys, go Sabres from, hopefully I say this right, Tirana, Albania. So
That's Albania.
Yeah. That's Albania. He said, that's Albania. That was good.
My ex-wife's Albania. I know Albania. I heard it.
There you go. Got totally shit-housed watching last night. Had to watch the highlights again today.
Hopefully got shit-housed again watching the highlights. That would be outstanding.
Yeah,
I love it.
Listen, shout out Eric.
Shout out everyone that comes in the comments, lets us know where they're at on the map as Trainwreck today starts to go worldwide here.
For sure.
Seems on this Sabres playoff run.
He goes, yeah, I did.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out again, everyone. YouTube, Facebook,
Eric.
Twitter, Twitch, as we roll along. So a couple descending notes on yesterday's game. Obviously, we would have liked the Alex Lyon shutout. The power play finds a way to get a goal done. Unfortunately, it's not in the right net.
Yeah, power play is still 0 for how many? I think I was hearing we're almost up towards 30.
I think it's
like 0 for our last 30 or something.
We're over 30 because like we're an hour in time or something.
Was it 30? I thought it was like 22. Maybe it was 32. I don't know. I think they showed it on the screen at one point.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of showing on the screen, MSG, shout out
crowd
to the broadcast showing the crowd reactions to not 1, 2, but 3 goals live from 1407 Niagara Street at Sports City Pizza Pub. That was pretty electric to see ourselves, Don, while celebrating on our way to a win.
Yeah, it was cool because I saw it at the end of the game. They showed MSG showed Sports City. And I was like, that's us, like the room, but I didn't really see. It was so quick. I didn't see if like you could make us out at all.
Oh, we were making out.
Oh yeah, we go to leave, and I'm getting a bunch of texts from the group chats from the boys being like, just saw all you guys, Trainwreck, Haley, Don, John Gambo. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. That's I'll put that feather in the Trainwreck cap.
I like that. Yeah, it was what was the gentleman's name? The camera guy. Chris, great guy yesterday.
Chris from the Sabres.
We were working with him, so he was awesome. And obviously, listen, the Sabres are leaving no stone unturned. They're sending photographers into the Saberhood. Love to see that. But 3-1, the Sabres are up, and 3-1 equals 4. Boys, that means it's time for the forecast, sponsored by William Mattar Law Offices. Hop in with the chat and help us finish out this 4 because we are looking for 4 things these Buffalo Hockey Sabres need to do to close out the Boston Bruins tomorrow. Slick, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, I'll kick us off by saying just don't feed into their scrappiness. We just talked about how Zadorov tried to get under the skin, being an absolute scumbag that he is. It's only going to continue. They're going to try and out-physical us. We just got to skill max to the moon and ignore the scrappiness. Get around, be the team that you just showed that you could be last night. Ignore what the physicality the Bruins might bring. That's my key. Don, what do you got?
Listen, we saw it yesterday. We hadn't seen this Sabres team play ahead all series until yesterday. This Boston team cannot keep up with us and cannot fight back from a hole. We got to score first, score early, do that, and then rest of the game we can just aura farm.
Whether it's Zadorov, whether it's Geeky, whether it's Dave Portnoy reviewing some pizza, just allow these people to gesture max, okay? If they want to have fun and make jokes and everything, have their own little agendas, allow them to do that. Don't worry about that. Keep playing our game. like you said, Don, keep playing that river hockey. We were running, I wouldn't even say we were running circles around them. We were running rhombuses around them. Like, we were taking edges. We were going corners. We were doing everything we wanted to do yesterday in Boston. And that's what we need to do in Game 5. Just polish these Bruins off, take care of business, and send them packing.
You know, that's the first time I've heard the word rhombus since like 5th grade.
Shout out to rhombus. Yeah, for sure.
Love a good rhombus. Let us know in the chat what your key to beat the Bruins, close out the deal is for the series. Speaking of Portnoy, did you see Witt's going to be in the house for Game 5?
Whitney in the house, and according to the admin, there's a 0.0000000% chance that they don't mock him on the Jumbotron.
I'm excited to see what the bad man has got for Witt.
I'm just saying, can you imagine like 4-1 13 minutes ago, like Sabres up, like, and they get,
Oh my, if we go up 4-1, they should honestly have a picture-in-picture of Witt, like, up in the corner.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, like, I don't know, Witt, like, he's not a Boston fan, even though he's from Massachusetts.
He said he's not a Boston fan. He's from Massachusetts, but he didn't grow up a Boston fan.
Yeah, and he's, I think, Oilers fan. Well, he played for them. I don't know if that solidified it, or maybe he cheered. Maybe he cheered for him in the Gretzky days because he's probably growing up then. But yeah, his Oilers are in trouble. So, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I've said all along, this is a good time to be a Sabres fan. I'm not going to be stingy. I'm opening up the bandwagon. Zach, you might not like this. Whitney, you're welcome. You're welcome. Come on in.
Yeah, no,
come on, Mr. 0%. Join the bandwagon.
Seriously.
We'll take you in because the Oilers looks like they're stinking up the ice right now, so you need a home. So come on in.
You can't spell bandwagon without wagon, and we got that.
Seriously, and one thing I know for sure, it's going to be a party, and who doesn't love a good party to go to?
Oh, my God. If we get a similar start in Game 5 that we got to Game 4.
Rocking.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to – I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. We're just going to have the weekend off if we seal it this early. Like, because unfortunately, you know, Bandits, like, we're relying on you, Sabres. Got to keep us going for the city.
Yes, I agree. I think the Bandits fell so the Sabres could run.
Someone yesterday said the Bandits was like a blood sacrifice for the Sabres to go this far.
Speaking of blood sacrifices, the Ducks were quacking late last night. It seems like they made a little bit of a sacrifice. A ruling in their favor. We were looking at this overtime goal in Edmonton. That was the forecast, by the way. We were looking at this overtime goal in Edmonton.
Yep.
By the rule book, Don, you cannot see the entire puck over the line. But if you have a brain that sends synapses, you know that puck 100% is physically over the line. Little bit of a conundrum here.
Well, I mean, hey, this is as a Bills fan, we know this argument. Remember the famous 4th down tush push with Josh, where it's like he's obviously got it. You can't see the ball, but based on where his body's like a yard after. He obviously got this. They don't call it on the field. They go upstairs. They still don't overturn it. I think, listen, you have to see it, but there's certain times when you're like, due to physics alone, unless we live in this magical realm where, you know, just because you don't see something, it doesn't exist. Like, does the wind not exist? I don't see the wind. Wind exists.
We need
right. I mean, that puck's in. That puck's over the line.
That puck is in, and they ruled it a goal on the ice. Correct.
Yeah, they reviewed
just like in the Bills situation, they ruled him short on the field. I think what both these situations fell victim to. Now, I think they could have ultimately ruled the Ducks Oilers won a goal either way. But I think that both situations, it was the ruling on the field that kind of influenced everything. In the future of challenges, we need to come out with, you get one challenge per game where the ruling on the field doesn't matter. It nullifies the ruling on the field.
And
then what you're looking at is you're starting fresh and you're saying, based on what I'm seeing, what is the outcome here? I don't know.
I like it. And, you know, I mentioned the Bills. Bills fans aren't going to like hearing this.
Oh, no.
And Oilers fans aren't going to like hearing this.
We've been doing this a lot lately.
But listen, the Edmonton Oilers are like the Buffalo Bills of the NHL, right?
Very much.
Super talented roster. That window's been wide open for years. They're there every single year, and they just can't get it done. And it all comes down to the defense. They have the best player
superstar
in the
MVP.
league. With McDavid. They have a great supporting cast, which is the same with the Bills. You have James Cook, superstar talent as well. Some of the best tight ends in the league.
Scary.
And then they get to the playoffs and they just can't. They get into a shootout every time and they can't they can't stop. They've had this goalie issue for years. They've made trades, and they still can't get there. And now they find themselves down 3-1. You know, it's interesting too. Like I will say, the narrative is Josh Allen can't get it done. Josh Allen can't get it done. But again, we've seen whenever we lose, it's 30+ points scored on us. I never hear anybody say McDavid can't get it done, and he's -6 these playoffs with only 1 goal. And everyone's already saying, "Oh, he's not happy. He's going to want out." I'm also saying, like, doesn't he get some of this blame?
McDavid's kind of like Mike Trouted in this situation.
Very much a Mike Trout.
It's first off, it's West Coast, so it gets thrown out the media sphere a little bit. First off, McDavid's playing in Canada, so when you talk about the American news sphere, like there's a little bit of a void there for sure. But it's just like, yeah, like he's kind of on this pedestal on his team. You can't blame him for not getting it done because if you had 3 of him or whatever, you'd be totally fine, just like Trout. But yeah, you're right, McDavid. I don't know. I think he gets a little flack, and he's getting flack right now. He got flack from you for the knot. You knotted him up.
I mean,
the future.
People say plus minus doesn't matter. I think it matters, especially in the playoffs. Now you might just say he's playing a lot, but all right, we have some breaking news right here.
Breaking.
Minor.
Hit it.
You want me to hit the video? Okay. Gatesy, Win More, Lots More will be live from the Plaza tomorrow night.
Oh my so much pressure on the Win More, Lots More. Now the Sabres have to win.
Yeah. I mean, this is huge. It'd be rough doing a live from the Plaza. Yeah. Although I'm gonna miss the fancy. We get some fancy edits in the edited version, so that's gonna be awesome. But then we got. I was talking about it earlier. This Ottawa fight. Did you guys see what happened in that game?
Bunts, Senators are done. Swept out. It was closer than a 4-0 series. Yeah, we all agree, right?
Yes, it was.
It was.
It kind of goes back to, like, remember the Rod Brennemore comments when the Canes got swept 3 years ago? He's like, yeah, we lost 4, but we didn't really get swept. He's like, we were in every single game. But yeah, I mean, that was it. Yeah, if your take was I'd rather play Ottawa than Boston, that doesn't look too great. I mean, Ottawa, again, they were in every game, but like that's the Canes style isn't like blowing out teams. Like they get up a goal and then
they get up and they squeeze you.
Yeah. And so like the fact that there are a lot of them are 1-2 goal games, like I don't know, that just points to Ottawa's status or their stature and what they do as a team. But that got really ugly. That Grieg hit punch. I was talking to you guys. I just said I'm sick of people punching with their gloves on. And we get a guy, these 5-on-5 fights happen. They tie people up. Okay, and so I'll rewind real quick. Remember yesterday when after the Zadorov hit, they boot him off the ice instantly, right? Before we can even get hands on him. You see the linesman grab Benson. So he couldn't. Yeah. So we couldn't have 5 versus 4.
Yeah.
And that's because this just happened the other day. Normally, hockey players with a sense of honor and a few brain cells say, "Okay, we're going to tie each other up. If I see a 2-on-1, I'll go get that guy. It's 1-on-1. We got to tie it up, guys." Grieg and the guy's head on the Hurricanes is kind of getting pushed down. Grieg gives him not 1, 2 uppercuts.
Yeah. Right
to the face. Canes player comes over, throws the gloves off, is like, all right, let's go. And then he just turtles.
Shell time.
Just, yeah. I think
pathetic.
I think that they're done, but I think next year you get 10 games, at least 20 games. I would feel like I just want a message sent that like, hey, if you want to grease it up and fight, that's fine. But hitting a guy with his arms completely locked up, head down with your glove on twice in the jaw, that's not.
Third party.
Yeah. Speaking of people that should be kicked out of society, Brandon Hagel, game-winning goals yesterday, tied it and won it in the third. Got to give the scumbag credit where it's due. But Hurricane.
Got to give credit where it's due for a puck bouncing off his stomach.
And he made that play. Lightning and Canadians tied at 2 now. So this series is working out in our favor, right? Like obviously we want them to grind down and kind of take each other out, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, wait, what's series score is that?
2-2.
Yeah, so, we go 7, keep grinding each other down, beat each other up. Lightning already weren't healthy going into it to begin with, so, yeah, right where we need them, Don, if we want to see them back at the KeyBank Center for a raucous series.
Yeah, listen, I'm down with either. I know you prefer Lightning because the storyline and you get after him, but I also
And the building.
But Montreal too. I mean, their ticket prices, there's no way, but it'd be a dream for me to be able to drive up to Montreal and get boots on the ground for an away game in a different country. But listen, these hands, like I said, equal opportunity. Lightning, Canadians, they both get it.
Let's go.
I had to make sure I didn't punch the mic.
Well,
You did a good job.
speaking of everyone being able to get it, let's get into who's hot and who's not, presented by our friends at Salino Plumbing, HVAC, and Electric. Bow, 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 bow. Folks, my hot starting it off, it's the role players. Whether you had the Beck Malensteins yesterday or the guys getting it done, we didn't need Tage. I mean, Tuck only came in late in that game. It was the role players getting it done in Boston, Slick.
Didn't need Tage, still played a great part. My hot, unexpected storylines throughout this Sabres-Boston series. Obviously, we know the heated rivalry history, no pun intended there. But those haven't been the storylines. Whether it's been Bruins being mad about their fans, our fans outnumbering them in their own stadium, the Blade Gang running wild on Washington Street, Sabres fans behind the Bruins bench in Vrabel and Rossini shirts. Hopefully they'll be back for Game 5. These storylines just don't stop coming, Don. That's my hot.
Yeah, my hot is one of those. It's the hottest one around. The Blade Gang, like we said. I mean, they get a spot with Razor on TV. They got the official Sabres account tweeting out videos of them, posting videos of them. And we got some copycats up in Montreal doing the same thing as those guys. Become a huge inspiration. I'm going to be on the hunt for them for Game 5.
Okay, and on the flip side, my not is a large pool of people who were very loud at the end of last week. They need to quit bitching. It is the Brandon Beane haters. My man got value. My man took the NFL draft to Value Town. They keep bitching no matter what. He goes and gets a wide receiver one. He goes and puts the pedal to the metal with Joe Brady as the coach. They'll never be happy. The Brandon Beane haters, you are not.
My not hot, back to the Sabres Bruins of it all, Jeremy Swayman. I said earlier in the series, just keep peppering him. He will fold eventually. Last night was the night. He folded, goes to the bench, not even the bench actually, straight to the locker room after bitching out his own teammates. Jeremy Swayman, you are not hot.
Hate to see a guy get peppered and end up so salty, Don.
Yeah, and another guy feeling salty right now who's not hot, Connor McDavid. Let's be honest, McJesus hasn't looked that great these playoffs. They're down 3-1 to this speedy, feisty Ducks team. And if you remember, I'm like, reminds me a lot of the Sabres. They got their own little river hockey quality. McDavid this series, -6, one goal. He does have 3 apples, but he has two of these 4 games. He's completely off the score sheet. Again, -6 too. It's not like he's setting up people. Not
so in
scoring.
4 games, he's been on the ice for 10 goals then, because he has 4 points. That's bad. That's bad by Connor McDavid standards.
People
for sure.
are saying his time in Edmonton is ticking. You know, it's. We'll talk later about what this team reminds me of, but that's who's not hot.
That would be it, right?
That would be it.
All right, cool. Perfect. All righty. Well, that was hot or not from Salino Plumbing. With that said, fans were hot this weekend, obviously, about some things that Brandon Beane was not doing, drafting in the first round, getting high-end talent for Josh Allen. Slick, how are you feeling coming out of the NFL draft weekend?
I feel fine. I like all the assets we got back. I heard seemingly it's like we got DJ Moore as if he was like a free agent signing. I knew nothing about TJ Parker from Clemson. I know Clemson, obviously, they've had a little bit of a downfall in the past few years since the NIL of it all. But I did want an edge. The qualities I've heard that he doesn't possess worry me a little bit based on the edge that we kind of have been seeking in the past, but always got the exact opposite. But then again, I don't know exactly what this new defensive scheme is going to be like, what Jim Leonard wants and what he doesn't. So I'm going to trust in the new system for now. The other picks I'm really happy with. I like the Skylar Walker in the 4th round, the wide receiver out of UConn. So I'm going to trust Beane and his Skylar Bell.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to trust Beane and his brand new process here with it all coming with a new coaching staff. So we'll see. I don't know what to think yet, Don.
I'm in. Sorry, Don. I'm in your boat on that though, for sure. Like, I mean, Don, we've heard criticism of Beane for the past couple of years on these first-round picks. My guy stuck to what he does well, which is day 2 and day 3. By all accounts, from anyone who knows, got tremendous value out of this 26 NFL draft.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but we'll have to see if the value translates to the field. But you know, that call from Mendez last week kind of got my gears turning in my head a little bit, where I was like, you know what, getting an edge rusher, I'm buying that. I'm buying what was being sold to me. Apparently, Brandon Beane bought it too. And I think he's thinking what a lot of us are thinking, which is kind of just, it's obvious to say, but we've tried, you know, the veteran edge guys in the act 2 of their career, and it just hasn't worked out, whether it was Von Miller, whether it was Joey Bosa. So I like, let's get some youth in there. I mean, that was the thing why we wanted someone going after Myles Garrett. I mean, I don't think it was ever going to happen, but that's what we wanted. We wanted a young guy. Now Garrett's, you know what, he's like 4 years into his career or so, 5 maybe. Am I underestimating that?
Yeah, I think Myles Garrett, a little bit more.
Okay, but still, I mean, you invest in a young player like that, and you could get that. I like it. Having a wide receiver that loves the Sabres too and is already tweeting about them, that's great. I know I said we didn't want Bill's Juju in the Sabres, but that's more of a mystical like crystal ball. Like I don't want the curse to seep over like Venom from Spider-Man or something.
Well, since you brought up the Spider-Man of it all, how about Dalton Kincaid going to games 3 and 4 and showing that Crest loyalty?
No, I mean, we need him at game 5. I know. Like, is he from Massachusetts? Is that why he's out there?
I have no idea.
Is he chilling in Cape Cod right now?
Then I heard people say he went to game 1 and game 2 as well. So then there were people saying he's going to all 4 games. Is he just going to every Sabres playoff game?
That's like a dream run. I think we talked about it some down the line if we could do that. Go to every game, home and away. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's see. We got someone in Instagram. See, not the Sabres. Homie in the sunglasses looks exactly like David Grohl drunk in the studio. Look it up. Guy with the darker hair. I'm assuming he's talking to me. Or maybe you. I don't know.
I'm not. He's talking to you. For sure.
But he's got the goatee.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but David Grohl drunk in the studio. Like, isn't that just David Grohl?
Well, I don't think he partakes more, because there's a really funny viral video where he's like screaming at the top of his lungs, hot pots, because he keeps making coffee, and he's had like 6 pots of coffee, like in the studio. I'll show you guys a video after the show.
Okay.
Don't need to get us sideways.
The bottom line.
I made coffee.
I mean, the chat's lit.
Guys, do you know that video?
No.
Oh my God, I gotta
look it up on
you guys
YouTube.
are throwing storylines around left and right. Let's reel it in here. And folks,
it's the chat's fault. I mean, they're lit.
Don't let your food at your party become a storyline. Make sure you insist on Picasso's Pizza. Anytime you and the friends, you and the family are getting together, go to picassospizza.net for the best deals on the best pizza in Western New York. Game 5, we got all kinds of warm days ahead. Make sure you're getting that Picasso's for certain. But speaking of the draft storylines, obviously we had Red Murdoch getting drafted as Mr. Irrelevant. We had the Vrabel missing day 3. I mean, the Tony Soprano, Dr. Melfi memes that were being launched on Saturday were just nonstop. It was just one after the other of Vrabel being in therapy while they were in the draft. Apparently, they had contact with him still, though. I don't know what was going on. Rossini.
Yeah, I saw the great meme from Entourage.
Yes.
Of him and his wife at therapy. He's like, well, if you want the vacation house and like the big house in the hills, and I have to take this call right now.
Yes.
Like, it's so good.
Very much so. The draft it felt like it went by very quickly, even in the broadcast. One thing, I hate to harp still on this Vrabel and Rossini thing. I saw a blurb that she was making $1.5 million for The Athletic.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Is that crazy?
I feel like as a journalist, that's a little crazy, but I'm thinking
She was a big name. She is a big name.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was, when you get into that like personality era where you're not just like writing, but where you're a big personality. Because we know like guys that work for the Athletic. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to grab a beer with Tim Graham and ask what the finances.
Is Tim Graham dropping 2 commas on his deal?
That's what I want to know. But like,
Joe
but you don't see Tim, and I don't know if this is by choice or by just again like notoriety. Like if he's not on the national circuit that she was on, but Tim, I think we found out the formula of maybe how you would make that much and how you get on TV.
Man.
I don't know. What are you willing to do?
officially reeling you
How
both in
much
right now.
do you want it?
Yes. How bad do you want it for sure?
Here we got a great comment. Kincaid more reliable for Sabres.
Oh, geez. Not Razor 82 coming in with that. But speaking of reliability, fans want to see more reliability out of Keon Coleman. Some want him traded. Some want him be done with the Bills roster. But if you're looking for production, if you're looking for Josh Allen, Keon Coleman could be a weapon. Stevie Johnson posting some highlights of working out with Keon Coleman. Seems like they're working on the initial step, that the breakout from the line. Slick, where does this take you with the Keon Coleman odyssey here in Buffalo?
He's in good hands training with Stevie. I thought he started last season well, and then obviously we know how things went after that, and the fans kind of turned in a different direction. Especially with this draft pick, things are going to get interesting in the wide receiver room. Training with Stevie Johnson, there is no part of that is a bad idea. Mr. Why so serious? One of the only Bill with 3 1,000-yard seasons, or one of 3 with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, and a great friend of ours as well. Keon's in good hands. I wish him the best. I want to see a breakout year, hopefully, out of him, because that's basically why we drafted him as high as we did in last year's draft.
Yeah, I mean, I like the hype videos. Again, that the fact that he's working with Stevie, who was like the defender of Keon all last year, right? Like was all over Twitter, like, really defending. Like I remember he was going at Cover One like a little bit, because Cover One was posting some of the videos, like breaking down, Keon, like not running routes as strong or something,
Stevie was
or going at half speed. So it's nice that Stevie's putting his time and his money, where his mouth is. But like you said, we have DJ Moore in this room now, who's established himself as a great receiver. Time will tell. We'll see what happens in camp and in the first couple games of the season, because you have Moore, Shakir,
Kincaid, Shakir. Palmer, I know that people are saying like Palmer, they think Palmer's something for sure.
Yeah, and then we just drafted a guy too.
And you just drafted a guy, Bell, who caught 100 balls at UConn last year. So I don't think that guy's going to go to nothing. This Bills offense, but it'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I like it. It is interesting. Maybe that's what we need all along, is more competition in the room. Guys fighting for the paycheck. So I like it.
I hate to root for the team that knocked the Buffalo football Bills out of the playoffs, but Red Murdoch goes Mr. Irrelevant to the Denver Broncos. Good to see a player of his caliber, which he deserves to get drafted. Didn't miss the mark like they did with Dolak the year before.
100%.
That had a lot of fans crashing out around here, around Western New York. Speaking of which, let's check in with the Trainwreck Sports Crash Out Line, sponsored by William Matar Law Offices. Now, Don, if I have heard correctly, this was a bit of a journey with the draft of it all and the fact that it was such a long weekend.
Yeah, let me check in. Actually, we like to always check the phone lines last minute, just in case anyone snuck some in while we're live.
While he does that, always make sure, remember, you folks, you can check in and crash out on our line, not crash out online. Dial 716-226-6263 to do so.
Yeah, so we got our one friend that talked about how he liked how Bean has had solid late round picks. He followed up with us. We don't have a graphic because it was so short. He followed up with Friday night at 8 p.m. after we make our picks. He says, "Now I'm mad, LOL." So you're gonna see. You said not hot were the Brandon Bean haters. They don't think so. They don't think so.
They're pissed.
Who are the Bean haters are pointing to what, Concepcion or someone like that we should have got? Like, again, it just seems silly.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Well,
we would have absolutely had to trade up for that pick.
But we do have a solid call and a long text. So let's read this text real quick. Actually, let me pull that up bigger. so we could see that. This is a long text, so it's hard to read. Let me pull up. Here we go.
Give it to me.
I think grabbing 10 total picks was great. They wanted Casey. Brown snagged him. Next guys you want will still be there. Improve round standings and add more picks. TJ was on a lot of draft boards as a high-level pick, even ahead of CJ in quite a few. Just because the bandwagon Madden experts have not been tracking him doesn't mean he is a bust. The orgs invest hours with these guys to gauge skill, will, culture, and scheme fit. I think we got a lot of decent talent. Bills fans need to CTFO, which would chill the fuck out. It's not like BEANE has turned us into the Browns. Perhaps y'all could run the no shit analytics on all the draft picks.
Shout out Jesse from Houston, Texas, by way of Jamestown. The classic, reverse transplant?
Yeah. By way of Jamestown, New York. Yeah, we got a couple fans, satellite fans.
Hey, love that. But folks, remember, you can always be a fan, always be part of the show. 716-226-6263. Sometimes I stumble a little bit on the numbers on a Monday.
And we still got a call. This is quite an angry fan right here. This is definition of a crash out.
I was wondering what happened to this.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills trading out of the first round might have been the worst fucking thing that ever happened in my whole entire life. Nothing matters more to me than the Buffalo fucking Bills, and I can't believe Brandon BEANE and his, oh my God, his fucking stupid ass team decided to do this shit.
The Seahawks are the reigning champions. That's all that matters.
Fuck the Seattle Seahawks. Fuck Brandon BEANE. Fuck UNCW for making him fucking whatever the fuck he did. Fuck the Buffalo Bills.
UNCW.
Seattle Seahawks.
UNCW.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
University of North Carolina Wilmington just caught like a stray.
That or
wait, what was
NCW? I thought I don't know.
And what was that? What did that one guy say that chimed in?
I think he said Seahawks are the reigning champions because it was like in the background. He's like, "Fuck the Seahawks." I mean, wow. That's that. You know, I hate to say it. That's what the crash line.
That was there was a lot going on there. That was what it's all about.
That's why we have it, folks. Call in and share your pain with us.
Yeah.
That guy had a lot of pain going on.
Pour one out for the Banditos.
Yeah. Were you crashing out?
No, I wasn't. My crash out was over the weekend. I mean, they couldn't score. They were just getting dominated. Oh man, it was tough. And then like a little bit of a comeback, but then anytime they had a comeback, Georgia just had a bigger answer. You know, and that's what I had to post the Titanic meme. The band was playing on. It was a great run. It was great. For the last 1,100 days. You know, Buffalo has been a champion thanks to the Banditos.
We're just used to it.
Yeah.
Being champions. And this time, the Georgia swarmed us and got the better of us.
Yeah, and listen, we all know this. Everyone jokes about this. In Buffalo, can't have two good teams. Can't have two championship teams the same year. It's impossible.
Not allowed to have good things.
You can't have. You only get one. You said it earlier. Blood sacrifice for the Sabres. So now, Sabres. Got to get it done. You got to do this for the Bandits. You got to do this for the Bandits right now.
I agree. Got to make those Banditos proud. Make us proud. Come hang out with us tomorrow at Other Half Brewing. Game 5 pregame brought to us and with us by Game Day Buffalo. Go to @GameDayBuffalo or GameDayBuffalo.com to prioritize your game day today. Any other shout-outs before we sign off here? Pretty good episode by Jameson.
Pretty good episode. Shout out to Jameson. Debut episodes. Give it up for him.
Remember when my computer went like sideways because the HDMI hookup like glitched out?
I don't know what the hell happened there.
So it was a situation where my computer was muted and I had the HDMI on. The HDMI dropped out. Thus, it went back to my thing. And I panicked and I hit the volume off, which when you have a Mac with a volume off, that actually turns it on.
Yep. Yeah.
It all makes sense.
It was a situation. For sure.
I do want to give a quick shout out to our Etsy store. You can get these Tajinator shirts live right now on Trainwreck Sports Etsy. Been playing a great series. 2 in the first game. Couple apples last night. T7200 has never been hotter than now.
I think we're going to see some T7200 in Game 5 done.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, it's about time. So.
For sure. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out with us here. Huge shout out to the sponsors. Huge shout out to head honcho Nick B. Huge shout out to the chairman as well as Jameson making his debut. Huge shout out to Don and Slick as well for joining me on this episode of Trainwreck Today 101. Make sure you're following it along on all the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. We've got to go have a great start to our week. And there's only one way to do that, boys, by having a good day now.